Hi, Emmanuel siblings. My name is Roger Bowen. I know many of you. I'm happy to be with you on this Wednesday Words opportunity. Rika and Jim Lott and others have asked if I would give us all an update on our partnership in Haiti, in the Diocese of Haiti. As you all probably know, Haiti is in difficult straits these days. I've included a link for you all to learn a little bit about the history of that country and of that diocese in a podcast that the New York Times has put out called The Daily. You can click on that in the introduction to this piece, and also the Haiti Collaborative website. I don't know if you're aware that in 2008 we invited a Haitian priest to come and visit in Stanton. He preached at Trinity Church, and Michelle Edwards, a member there, felt the passion of working with the poorest of the poor in that country in the Caribbean. And so she and some other fellow Trinitarians traveled to Haiti, to the place that the priest who had joined us, Père Wallen de Camp, identified as a school that he was responsible for, one of 12 schools and churches that he was responsible for, where they could use some help, some partnership. And so they traveled down and fell in love with the people, the culture, the biggest diocese in the whole Episcopal Church, which is the Diocese of Haiti, and persuaded other churches in our neighborhood here to join this effort to help a little school called St. Mark's in a place called Cirque-les-Sous, which is about 3 hours from the capital of Port-au-Prince. And so that has continued now for almost 15 years. It's been a wonderful relationship, especially when we could visit Cirque-les-Sous in person and see Christ in each other's faces. Natural disasters, a terrible earthquake, and now political turmoil in the capital city has made visiting impossible for the time being, but we hope to get back soon. I have some photos too that I've included for Rika and you all. So let's take a look at those together and get an update visually on Haiti. Thank you. We thought that these visuals would help you understand Haiti. 2010, terrible earthquake. Thousands of people died. These are children's coffins in a rural burial place where people were taken back to their home villages. The trip to Cirque-les-Sous is an adventure, as you can see here. The mountains in Haiti are stripped of forests for charcoal culture. The church is very, very strong. 80,000 communicants, acolytes, music in the rural churches is pretty simple but powerful. The people's faith is so strong in Haiti. It's an example to us. Difficult life, traveling to market like this, living in very simple homes in the hillside, eking out a life. Some of the homes look like something that might be in deep Africa. The children are beautiful, as they are around the world. And education in Haiti is so valuable. Learning to read gives them context for life. In the rural areas, uniforms are impossible, of course. Dirt-floored schools with tarp roofs are often the case. Their homes are so simple, but they're so welcoming for all of us to go and visit. We're changed every time we visit Haiti, and the families, boys and girls, the single mom here. This was a school close to Cirque-les-Sous where we're partners. The children play on mountaintops. Here's our former senior warden, current junior warden, Alan Hadfield, playing the bagpipe in a very remote spot. Hundreds of people gathered, not all shown here, as he played Scottish tunes in the hills. Even the young men who don't go to school gathered to listen to him. The art in Haiti is beautiful as well as the people. As you will learn if you can take time to listen to the podcast that's included in the introduction, click on that link to the New York Times podcast, you'll learn that things have devolved in Haiti over time because of terrible governmental leadership. The current state of affairs in Haiti is very dangerous, particularly in the cities. Out where our school is, 3 hours from the capital of Port-au-Prince, it's quiet and life goes on as normal, but there's no access to the cities anymore because young, unemployed men primarily have joined gangs, and an industry has developed where they will kidnap folks and demand huge sums of money for ransom. And so it's dangerous just to go to Haiti now because you have to pass through Port-au-Prince. So we will continue to be praying for that whole country, but in particular for our young priest at Cercle Jesus. His name is Snyder Kulut, Père Snyder Kulut, who has a huge responsibility in looking after 350 students and families in his school, which is also a church on every Sunday. We send him about $4,000 each month. That is, the 6 churches in the collaborative gather those funds together to support the teachers' salaries. I hope your enthusiasm for helping these folks, given the dire circumstances in the country now, continues for a long time. God bless.